Hey you guys, this is Miss Cashflow Properties. Welcome to my channel. Now, look, imagine you've saved up some money, you're excited, you are now ready to start investing. But without knowing what you should avoid, you're going to end up doing something that you'll regret. So this episode, what I'm going to talk about is things to avoid, mistakes to avoid making. And how do I know? I've made some mistakes.
Miss Lola is a great teacher and she's a great real estate agent, so I'm looking forward to moving forward with her, planning my future and taking it to the next level.
So the first thing we're going to talk about is having a strategy. Now, every big business from Apple to Microsoft to Starbucks, they all start with one thing, a strategy. So as you begin investing in real estate, I want you to have the same thing, a strategy. Decide, are you going to do fix and flip? Are you going to do buy and hold? Or are you going to do a combination of both? So with a strategy in mind, then you can begin to put together an action plan and execute it. Listen, now that you have a clear strategy in place, mistake number 2 to avoid is not completing a market analysis. Now, what do I mean by that? Are homes selling in the area? Are there more rentals? Is it a fix and flip area, or is it an area where there are a lot of tenants who rent? You want to ensure that you have done an analysis of the market. You want to think about how many days will it take if you're fixing and flipping? How many days will it take to sell the property? You want to think about if it's a tenant in place and rent the property out. You also want to think about how long, again, the average days on the market. This is all information that's public. You can check this on Zillow, Trulia, or you can hire a real estate agent, which I recommend, to help give you this information to conduct this market analysis. Why? Because realtors are the experts, okay? You're an expert at what you do, and you being new to real estate investing, you want to ensure in conducting your market real estate analysis that you connect with as many real estate experts as possible. Listen, to further expand on your market analysis, you want to ensure you are completing your due diligence. No matter what, you want to understand the neighborhood's growth potential and any factors that will impact and negatively affect your property's value. A well-informed decision based on a solid market analysis will prevent you from making costly mistakes. Now, the biggest mistake to avoid, although I'm talking about it as mistake number 3, is to avoid underestimating your expenses. Think about it like this. You have a budget, you plan to throw yourself a party and stick to this budget. Well, if you buy too many decorations, if you invite too many guests, your numbers are off, right? It's a disaster. The same thing goes with budgeting for your real estate investment property. I was going to say marketing because yes, marketing is an expense too. You have to consider all your expenses. You don't want to leave anything out. The worst thing you can end up with is a negative cash flow. And what do I mean by negative cash flow? It means that you're taking money from your 9 to 5, your daytime job, and you're having to use that money to carry the burden and the expense of your real estate investment property. Real estate can be an asset. Okay, you can make it work for you, but if you underestimate your expenses, you're going to now have a real estate liability, and you want to avoid that. Now, as a new investor, you may feel like your options are limited, meaning as to who you know, okay? But one of the biggest mistakes to avoid is not properly vetting your contractors, all right? Now, this mistake can make or break your deal. Why? If you pay a contractor for work that they don't complete, guess what? You have to still get the work complete, so you're going to have to pay another contractor. You want to ensure that you, before hiring any contractor, you want to see their work. Visit their sites, drive around the neighborhood, collect some numbers. Don't just go to Google and try to determine, contractors in my area. No, drive around and see workers on the ground working. Walk through the house. Trust me, they won't stop you. When I first started, my very first contractor that I used came by way of an associate, and she recommended me her significant other. Well, I didn't know him, but just based on my relationship of knowing her or my respect for her, I trusted him. Well, that was a mistake. That was a $26,000 mistake. I hadn't seen his work. I hadn't saw any reviews on him or about him. I just went off of a personal relationship. You guys, I will never make that mistake again. So I'm sharing it with you so that you never make it. All right. Growing on from him, I was able to actually meet contractors on site, feet on the ground, evaluate their work, see if I like the color scheme. If they were somebody who picked out the colors, you guys are going to have contractors who they want to pick out your paint. They want to pick out the pattern for the ground, the pattern for your vinyl flooring. They want to pick out the panel for your backsplash and ceramic. So you want to ensure that you and your contractor are on the same page so that you don't have a costly mistake. That's make or break. Make or break, hands down, is vetting your contractor. That is your most important partner. Listen, I strongly encourage you not to make the mistake in real estate of doing it alone. Now, depending on your profession, depending on what industry you come from, you may be an individual contributor, and that works for that job. But in real estate, it requires a team, and you are the team lead. You are the CEO and the top person on your team, and it is your responsibility to ensure that you have a contractor in place. Why is that the most important relationship? Some people may think, why isn't it the lender? Well, the contractor is going to assist you in managing the lender's money, right? And managing that renovation and rehab money. So he can make it or break it. He can take it and blow it and make you have to respend it, or he could be a good steward of that expense and those funds and help you be able to make the repairs that you need, both initial and ongoing. All right. You want to make sure in your team that you have multiple lenders. You want a lender for creative and traditional financing. Build a rapport. It's like a bank, all right? The bank that you're with, maybe you're with the credit union or you're with a non-credit union bank. But if you go into the same branch every day and you talk to the same teller every day, the same manager sees you every week, you now have what? A rapport with this financial institution where they call you by name when you walk in. Maybe they give you coffee or water when you walk in. Okay, they become familiar with you and they're willing to give you more information on programs that they have to offer. It's the same way with your lender for your real estate investing property. You want to make and build a good rapport and have a good relationship with them because they can give you loans and access to information that you wouldn't regularly know about. A person just searching the internet won't know about a specific program that they have. All right. You also want to have on your team a title company. Yes, have a strong title agent. Depending on your state, you may need a real estate attorney who will actually conduct a closing. In Maryland, you only require a title agent, but I recommend you have both. The real estate attorney will look over your documents, ensure that you have the right documents in place with your contractors for the deal, okay? The real estate title agent or title attorney, they will be in charge of making sure that it's recorded properly, that when you search online and search who's the owner, that your name or your business entity comes up, all right? You also, again, you want to have a relationship with realtors. Realtors that have specialties in different areas, your go-to realtors. Why? Because when something hits the market that fits your portfolio, they'll be able to forward you that information, send you that property that just became available. Why? Because you'll be at top of mind because they're a part of your team. They're not just somebody who you're going to text or reach out to, occasionally. No, build rapport with your team and understand that this team is key to you having generational wealth through investing in real estate. Listen, I hope you took away some valuable information that can further you along in your real estate investing journey. But before you leave me, do me a favor. Click that subscribe or like button. Give me your feedback. Leave some comments. Let me know if you like and want more information like this. I am Miss Cashflow Properties, you guys, and I will see you soon.